My name is Grace, and I started golf when I was 7 years old. My dad, as a hobby, I actually was interested in music with piano and violin and art, anything but a sport, actually. And my dad wanted me to just pick up something more physical and, to spend time with him. And one day I hit his club and saw him a few times, and I think in about a week he bought me my own set from Big Five. I was recruited by a couple different schools, and I narrowed it down to Pepperdine and USC. And I knew at the time that I wanted to play for USC. That was the very golf side of me. But something in my heart said I would become a better person and be closer to who God intended me to be at Pepperdine. Every week there was some opportunity on campus to grow in faith, whether that's worship night on Wednesdays or Bible study on Thursdays. I always couldn't give the excuse, I don't know where to go to find God here. And so that was actually the main reason why I chose Pepperdine over SC. A lot of people they tell me I'm crazy. They're like, you left Cal, Stanford, SC, UCLA for Pepperdine, like the small school? And I said, yeah, I did. And I was baptized there, and I really, I think I found my spiritual self in college. My freshman year of college, I had an opportunity to win conference, which was, for me, I didn't know how important or how great that would be as a freshman to win conference and be player of the year for a conference. And then I also follow up to win a couple more events and set the NCAA record, shooting at 63 for one of my rounds and being four-time All-American. I didn't really experience a lot of failure in college, whether that's with golf, or school, or anything. And I decided to turn pro, and I thought it was going to be easy walk in the park. And I actually missed Q school, and I had to play the lower division called Symetra Tour. And even on the Symetra, I struggled really badly. And I came home in August, and I said, Mom, Dad, if I don't make it to the LPGA by the end of this year, I will stop golfing. In August of 2016, I was going to quit golf. December of 2016, I was holding this this precious LPGA Tour card that I dreamed of since I was 13. And now it's like, okay, I'm there, right? I'm gonna play professional golf. My life's good. Nope. It was even harder to make it, out there. And I made one cut my first year as a rookie on the LPGA, which means I made $3,000, I think, and spent about $70. That's kind of where I can honestly say I lost myself spiritually, emotionally, mentally. I hit this really dark time of my life. Unlike other sports, golf is a very lonely game. It's a blessing in disguise. You don't need anyone to play golf with you like tennis or basketball, but you're alone all the time practicing. And my Pepperdine coach Gibbs, she said golf is not who you are, it's just what you do. She said that over and over and over to me all throughout my college years. It's really easy for athletes to put results and self-worth together. Like if you're not winning, you're worthless. If you're not winning, you're not doing something, right. But she made sure that it was just something I do. I didn't think that golf was my life. And it's a struggle right now because everyone kind of assumed that I wouldn't be here right now, facing failure or struggling. But weirdly enough, I think it's a really good time for me, and I'm finding God more here than I did out there. And I thought I can only find God out there because that's where He wanted me to be. So right now I'm going through a time in my life where He's reassuring me that life's okay without an LPGA trophy. I actually write on my ball A01, and it stands for Audience of One. We always have people watching us play, and you always have an audience. We're performers, we're athletes, but we're also entertainers. And I forget that my audience isn't my parents. It's not the people who's watching me on TV. It's not the kids that I want to influence. It's really, it's Play4Him. And so the audience of one is probably kind of the biggest thing that I like to remind myself. I will always be judged and flawed and not perfect, but in like Christ's eyes, you know, I'm created in his perfect image. So it's really good for me to remind myself that I find my identity in Christ, not my golf game.
I'm Grace Na, and I play for him.